Alright, balancing chemical equation worksheets. Okay, this is one-page worksheet. You can also get a copy of this worksheet in the link in the description below. Okay, so your goal is to balance the equation. Let's start with number 3, for example. So the first thing you want to do is you want to create your chem balancer. Right down the middle where the arrow is, we'll put all the available elements. We have S, sulfur, and we have O, oxygen. Okay, we'll put equal signs for both sides. Again, if you struggle with this, I recommend using a pencil because you're going to do a lot of erasing. Okay, on the left side we have is 8S. Notice it says S, subscript of 8. That means there's 8 of it. On the right side, there's only one S. This 2 belongs to the oxygen, not to the S. So there's only one S. Over here on the left side, we have 2O. And on the right side, we also have 2O. Well, the oxygen is balanced. Cool. Now we have to do is just change the S. So since there's 8 on this side, there's only 1 on this side, we can multiply this by 8. And that changes my sulfur to a big 8. So my sulfur is balanced. Cool. That's my S. But this 8 also changes my O. Now my number of oxygen has increased. It's no longer 2. It is 8 times 2, which equal to 16. Okay, so I have to multiply the left side by 2 times what is going to give me 16. You guessed it, that would be 8. So this changes it to 16 and both sides are balanced. Now remember, if you have nothing in front, you want to put a 1, just a reminder. All right, let's try something that's a little bit bigger than that. Let's do number 4. So we have Na, I see oxygen and hydrogen. Now, here's a little trick that's a little bit different than what we normally do, is that if you notice the compounds look very similar on the left and on the right side, you don't have to break them up into sulfur and oxygen. You can actually leave it as a compound. Okay, so let's put our equal signs. On the left side, we have is 1 Na. On the right side, we have 2 Na. Let's tackle the SO4 first. So we have 1 SO4 on the left side, and we have 1 SO4 on the right side. On the left side, we have is an oxygen. Now, we don't include this oxygen because it's part of the SO4, so we'll just leave that alone. We only have 1 oxygen. And on the right side, we only have 1 oxygen. On the left side, we have is 1 H, but notice we also have this H. So that's 1 plus 2. That gives us 3H. And on the right side, we just have 2H by itself. So we have Na different value and H different value. So let's balance the Na first. On the left side, we can multiply this by 2. So that changes our Na to 2. Use different colors so it's easier to see. This also changes our oxygen. So now we have 2 oxygen. And we have 2H plus that H over there, which gives us a grand total of 4H. So we can tackle the right side to try to balance our oxygen. Since we have 2 over here and we have 1 over here, we can multiply this oxygen by 2. That changes both our H and our O on the right side. Our O have increased to a 2 and our H has increased to a 4. Alright, so both sides of the equation is balanced. Let's put a 1 on all the missing ones. Now, because we left the SO4 alone, it made our balancing a lot easier. So how did I spot that? With just a lot of practice. When you do this over many times, you start to notice a pattern and you'll pick up on those. Or eventually, I would tell you and then you would know about it. So either way, and if you didn't spot it, it's okay. It's not a big deal. It'll just take you a little bit longer, but eventually you still get to the answer. All right, so now it's your turn. Go ahead and finish the rest of the worksheet.